I found it so interesting over the last few days, government launching its own COVID alert SA app. It is a contact tracing app where you sign up, you go for a test, and be dependent on your status of COVID-19, you add those details. You're encouraged to also ask the people around you to load this app on your phone, and through this you can now be alerted if you've come into contact with COVID-19. Technology communicator and also CEO of Socially Acceptable, Nazareen Ebrahim, joins me now. Nazareen, in my interest in dystopian future sci-fi, of course I'm going to trust a government app with my personal information that they're asking me to download on my phone. Am I being too cautious here?
Lester, you're being appropriately cautious because we are always going to wonder what the government wants to do with our data. And when they have the consent to do so, how quickly can they turn around current regulation and laws to favor their use of the data? I think that's a common concern and fear that most people have. Although the government has said that in the release of this COVID-19 app, there are many positives around it, the way it's about being zero rated, being very small in size, not needing any data to use it by being zero rated, is free and doesn't feature any in-app purchases, and is available via the Apple app and Google Play Store.
Now, Nazareen, how does it exactly work? I'm supposed to download it on my phone. I go for my COVID test. I punch in my details. How does it exactly let others around me know or let me know of who I've come into contact with who may be COVID-19 positive?
Yes, this is very interesting, right? I mean, what we've heard and what we have come to understand from government releasing information about the app is that if you have downloaded the app onto your phone, you enable the Bluetooth technology when you are in an area that other people are also, assuming that they also have the apps on their phones. You can, the way it works is if you've tested positive, you then put your status onto this app, or you update the app to show your positive status. Whoever you've been in contact with will then receive a notification anonymously that the people they've been in contact with for the past 14 days, someone has tested positive along that chain. The actual technicality and the functions I can't talk to as yet because I'm testing the app myself and getting other people around me to do so. And I also don't want to upload a positive status knowing that government is then, or a health institution is going to come and get into contact with me. It could be the coronavirus center asking about my status and then wanting to advise me on the next steps and directing me to my nearest healthcare center. So there's a lot of questions to be asked here about the adoption of use by South Africans. You need people to download this app on their phones. You also need them to remember to switch on the Bluetooth because having your Bluetooth switched on at all times poses a security risk. We know that it can carry sensitive information or data signals based on the type of tech it is if it's on all the time. What the South African government is trying to emphasize, and I've seen this across multiple news networks, is that it collects no personal information from you, asks for access to any of your apps on your phone, other than you actually allowing your health status on whether you are positive or not, or who you've come into contact with.
Nazareen Ebrahim, she's the CEO of Socially Acceptable. Thanks so much for joining us on the Midday Report.